Welcome to Dunndark. And welcome back to Steins Gate 0. Last time we went to see Fubuki in the hospital, and we trolled Kurisu online some more trying to get in contact with her. So that was pretty fun. Now we're gonna go learn more about Kaguri. We've already learned more about her in this worldline, timeline, ending, whatever you call it, than in the previous one, so I'm excited to see if this scene will have any more than it did in the previous timeline. So, it was a very hot day in 1998 when Suzuha said goodbye to Kaguri Shina. She'd gone to get food and water from a local store, and when she'd come back and opened the hatch, Kaguri was inside, screaming. Yeah. She looked inside and saw that Kaguri was slamming her tiny hands on the control console. Right, but she can't use it. Kaguri shrank back when she saw Suzuha. So yeah, I guess in this world line we've learned, timeline ending, whatever, we've learned that Kaguri sort of has voices in her head which make her act so like crazy. So that's interesting. I'm not. It's not what it looks like. Yeah. Kaguri started to cry. Suzuha relaxed her guard. Kaguri had PTSD from her time as a war orphan, and she hadn't fully recovered yet. Mayuri had once told her that she got very frightened in dark and cramped places. It would make sense if waking up in a dark caused a panic attack. And the time machine could only function with Suzuha's biometric authorization. Someone of Kaguri's size wouldn't be able to break the console either. Suzuha grabbed one of Kaguri's tiny hands to help her up, and then led her outside the time machine.
Kaguri, 約束するんだ。どんなことがあっても操縦席のスイッチに触ったりするな。いいな？じゃあ、私は仕事にかかるから、お前はその辺で休んでるんだ。飲み物と食べ物は適当に食べていい。
Suzuha handed Kaguri the provision she'd brought, then went inside and poked her head into the cargo space under the control console. She connected the IBM 5100 she'd stored there to a portable terminal she'd brought from the future. By all appearances, it was an early 2000s cell phone, but inside, it was a miniaturized quantum computer from the year 2036. Of course, future Daru had made him himself. When she booted up the IBM 5100, rows of numbers started to appear on the screen. Kaguri was looking in from outside the machine.
2000年問題は勉強したか？施設の学校でちょっとだけ。結局何にも起こらなかったんでしょ？表向きはね。公表されてないけど、実は当時あれのせいでいくつかの地域や国に深刻な問題が起きたんだ。そうなの？問題だったのはこの IBN5100 というコンピューターなんだよ。 これには古いプログラム言語が搭載されてるんだけど、そのプログラムの問題点を技術者たちが修正できなかった。というより、そんな言語で書かれた重大なプログラムが存在すること自体全く知られてなかった。第三次世界大戦はタイムマシンの開発競争が発端なんだけど、もしかすると2000年問題で発生したある事象とそれに付随する対立こそがもっと深い原因である可能性がある。
So they're saying that, so Suzuha is saying that might be a deeper cause than just the development of time machines causing the Third World War. Maybe it all sort of goes back to the year 2000 problem. Huh. Well, why would the year 2000 problem cause the Third World War decades later? She didn't expect a 10-year-old like Kaguri to understand this, but she didn't feel like taking the time to explain.
しかも、西暦2000年というのは特殊な年でね。すべての世界線が一旦一つに収束してしまうらしいんだ。
That's interesting. So the year 2000 has all the world lines go to the same place. That's very interesting, actually.
それに関連して、この問題があらゆる世界線の因果に重大な影響を引き起こすかもしれない。
That's interesting. Yeah, so if the year 2000 is where all the world lines intersect, then yeah, what causes one world line to be different than the other could be the year 2000 problem. I see what they're going for here, okay.
私たちが目指してる狭間の世界線。シュタインズゲートも例外じゃない。
She looked down at the terminal connected to the IBM 5100.
だからこれは2000年問題を起こさないようにするための修正プログラムなんだよ。
Right now, the terminal was converting the patch to the language used by the IBM 5100. The next step was to spread the program all around the world in the form of a virus. And the year 2000 problems of that era's engineers would completely disappear. I see. So they'll patch all the programs around the world by having a virus that spreads to all of them that delivers the patch. And all the bugs that they didn't fix with year 2000 would go away, and then there you go, right? Makes sense. The word connect appeared on the terminal subscreen.
Okay. つながった。
She'd been told in Japan in that era, ADSL was still in the test phase, and most users connected to the internet by low-speed dial-up using ISDN. ISDN is the Integrated Services Digital Network, a completely digital network that used digital exchanges, relays, and subscriber lines. It was far faster than the analog lines that were originally used by dial-up internet services, but use massively decreased after the introduction of the faster ADSL, which is the asymmetric digital subscriber line. A type of internet connection, ADSL uses telephone lines for high-speed data transmission. In the early 2000s, these quickly replaced ISDN, as a de facto method of connecting to the internet. But in the later part of the decade, FTTH services using fiber optics became more popular, and the number of ADSL users has declined ever since. Oh yeah, that person was talking about the industries last episode. Oh, I didn't realize that was a tip thing. I see, so it's actually a net slang. It's used to mean, I just joined this thread and I'm not exactly sure what's going on. Can someone explain it to me in 3 lines or less? A play on the Japanese words, imikata, kita, sanyu, I don't know how to say that, I'm sorry. Which can mean either, I just got here, give me 3 lines, or, I see, Imakita Industries, right. Huh. Okay, so it means I have no idea what's going on. Please explain. Fair. But in major cities like Akiba, universities, labs, and some big computer companies were starting to use the fiber optic broadband. Some of them were even using wireless LANs. Suzuha cracked her way into one of those. Dad had laughed when he said that with 2036 technology, cracking late 20th century network security was a joke, but he'd been right.
変えちゃったらかがりたちがいた未来の世界も全然変わっちゃうんじゃないの？
Surprisingly, Kagari had gotten the gist of what Suzuha told her.
そういうことだ。もうあの世界は存在させない。私たちはシュタインズゲートを目指すためにここへ来たんだから。
Suddenly, the uneasy look on Kaguri's face vanished. It was as if her soul had left its body. Suddenly, her face was it's 1998. I think, everyone's soul left their body in 1998. That's fair. Suddenly, her face was expressionless and her eyes were wide. Oh, yeah, they are wide. Voice.
神様の声聞こえる。
Yes, you can hear God's voice, of course.
かがり？ダメだよ。よくないよ。ダメなんだよ、鈴葉お姉ちゃん。そんなことしちゃいけないんだ。
So I guess the question is, why is she hearing these voices?
おい。
Kagari was acting strangely. Suspiciously, Suzuha reached her hand out towards her. But she slipped past Suzuha's hand, and quicker than any child should be able to move, she slammed her shoulder right into Suzuha's body. Suzuha was caught completely off guard. That's how fast it was. Kaguri's shoulder hit her in the solar plexus. She bent over and collapsed onto the seat. Kaguri tore the terminal out of Suzuha's hands. The cables connected to the IBN 5100 were ripped out and errors displayed on both screens. Kaguri didn't answer the question. Instead, she grabbed the backpack that Suzuha had placed on a seat and spilled its contents onto the floor. There were MREs, spare parts, clothes, and a semi-automatic pistol. Suzuha couldn't believe it. Kaguri was going to try and pick it up. She forced herself to ignore the pain as she jumped on Kaguri's body. Some Dragon Ball Z level stuff here. But another unbelievably powerful body slam knocked her back. Stephanie Cole was pushed up right against her brow. Kaguri's tiny hands weren't shaking at all as it clutched the semi-automatic pistol. In the space of an instant, the safety on the gun had been flipped off. How does Kaguri know how to use a gun? That's when Suzuha realized this wasn't just a temper tantrum. Suzuha was the one who had taught her how to use a gun. Oh right, of course, I forgot. Yes, of course. Duh. That's why she knew Kaguri was completely calm. I forgot about that, of course.
今すぐ銃を下ろせ。こんな真似はやめろ。やめるのはお姉ちゃんの方だよ。何？世界を変えちゃいけないんだ。お姉ちゃんはおかしいこと言ってる。
There was no hesitation in her eyes. Instead, Suzuha only saw resolve.
じゃあ、このまま戦争が起きてもいいっていうのか？そんなのわかんないよ。かがりは元の世界に戻りたいだけだもん。なら、もう無理だ。私たちはタイムマシンですでに過去に干渉してる。世界線だってずれてしまってるはずだ。あそこに戻れる可能性は低く。うるさい。かがりはママを絶対に助けるんだ。この世界を消すなんてダメだよ。絶対にやらせないから。
Kaguri turned the gun towards the IBN 5100.
やめろ。
Before Suzuha could stop her, she yanked down on the trigger. Again and again.
やめてくれ、かがり。やめろ。
And then Kaguri jumped out of the time machine, and Suzuha never saw her again. Right. Yeah. Okay, I think that was mostly the same. On every night that passed, she remembered Kaguri. Suzuha had spent some time looking for Kaguri when she'd first come to this era, but in the end, she never found anything. But Kaguri Shina, who is now 22 years old, was here in Akaba. I don't know about you, but I'm feeling 22. Sorry. Suzuha was sure of it.
Oh, Maho-tan, osu.
Hitaru was sitting at the computer next to Suzuha and talking into his monitor. The monitor was displaying a video chat screen. On the screen was a young girl dressed in a slovenly fashion. Ahem, no, a proper, fully grown lady. Oh, that's different.
Ohayo.
Why is Maho video chatting to the lab? It was 8:30 p.m. at the Future Gadget Lab in Akaba. Meanwhile, Victor Condria was an hour off from the usual due to daylight savings time, and it was 7:30 a.m. I could see why that'd be tiring. It's fair.
Hiyajo-san, daijoubu?
Maho USA.
この時間だし寝起きっしょ。
Maho was a mess. she does look a little funny there. Her hair was never combed right, but her eyes were bloodshot and her gaze was wandering. The spots under her eyes were too dark for the little bit of makeup that she'd applied to cover them up. Her cheeks were sunken, which made her look even tinier than usual. On top of that, her skin was terribly pale. She looked like something out of a zombie movie. No, the zombie is Kurisu, everyone knows that.
低血圧Maho-tanも燃える。
Anemic Mahotan for the win. Normally, she would have got upset at Itaro's joke, but either she'd gotten used to it or simply given up because she said nothing.
そっちの進展はどう？
なんとかオカリンが分解しちゃう前の状態に組み立て直したを。機能はほぼ再現できてると思われ。
Oh, are they talking about the phone wave? Huh. Right, because I remember from the last ending, Maho was trying to research a time machine after everything happened. I guess she's still trying to research a time machine, but she's being smarter about it this time, talking to people. I don't know, maybe. Oh, right, of course, she's being smarter about it, because she knows about what happened in the first game, because Okabe told her about it. That's the whole different thing that happened in this timeline. Right, of course. No, that makes sense. So she could be collaborating with Daru to try to create a time machine. That makes sense. Daru glanced towards the development room, past the curtain in the back of the lab. Right now, he was working with Maho to recreate what Okabe had called the Time Leap Machine.
うまくいかないの？
You know, think about video chats. Did I already give this rant? Okay. Is that like... I always feel like it's always kind of awkward. Like, what kind of face do you make? Like, you see in the bottom right, you see Suzuha there being all like, you know, And, you know, like, you always feel self-conscious of, like, the face you make. Like, normally you don't really think about it. But then you see the little box on the screen, you're like, what the heck do I look like, you know? Maybe that's just me.
なんか安定しないっつうか、普通の電子レンジになっちゃうんだよね。
Like, it's like, in a video chat, if you're, like, not looking directly at them, it's like you're not paying attention. Whereas, you know, if you're not looking directly at them, there's, you know, they can see what you're looking at, so it could be something interesting, so they might find, oh yeah, that's reasonable that you're not looking at me, but looking at that other thing, because that's an interesting thing to be looking at, but they can't see what that is inside the video chat, so they don't understand. Maybe I'm overthinking this. Okay. So, Daru is just finding it to be a normal microwave. It's not doing the fancy time travel stuff.
そう。何がいけないのかしらね。
オカリンにそこんところの話を聞ければ違ってくるんだけどな。
無理だよ。私たちがこんなことしているって知っただけで怒鳴り込んでくるよ。
Yeah, he would.
おじさんは恐れているんだ。世界線の収束する力というものを。あの人を説得するのは容易じゃない。
Yeah, because the point of him taking it apart was to stop the Alpha World line from happening. Like the one from the first game, yeah. Because the whole thing that started that was sending the thing on the phone wave that CERN intercepted through the crazy phone spy thing. And yeah, that one thing led to another, and then so that's why Okabe took it apart. That's fair. Oh, Echelon, right? Wasn't that the name of it? In fact, it had been almost a year since she'd first tried and failed. So Okabe, they've been... Oh, Suzuha's tried to convince Okabe to rebuild the time machine. Okay. That's fair. Like the time leap machine, not Suzuha's time machine. There's lots of time machines here. By lots, I mean 2. There was a moment of silence.
ってマホタン、もしかして寝てんじゃね？
That's a great face. Oh, and you can see Suzuha in the corner there too. Maho's whole body jerked, and she almost fell out of her chair.
危なかったわ。出勤前なのに二度寝してしまうところだった。
つうか、頑張りすぎだお。無理して体壊したら意味なくね？
このくらい平気よ。というか、これだけやってもまだ天才にはかなわないんだから。
That's the real genius. Gee, the smarty pants.
そんなことないと思うけどな。僕はさ、マホタンだって十分天才だと。
気休めなら不要よ。岡部さんの言っていたタイムリープ、こんなにヒントはあるのに、未だに解を見つけられないんだもの。
Yeah, because she knows the general principle it works on. It encodes the memories and then sends it through the phone wave somehow.
記憶データなんて膨大なものを
That's what I remember.
どうやって圧縮して過去へ送ることができたのか。
Right, she had to compress it all. Right, yeah.
クリスはそれをやってのけたっていうのに。
Maho seemed upset. It was obvious even through the monitor.
ああ、ごめんなさい。愚痴をこぼしている場合じゃなかったわね。今日の報告、他に何かあるかしら？なければそろそろ出勤しようと思うのだけれど。もう一つある。
Suzuha looked at Itaru.
前から調べてほしいって頼まれてた件について。
何か分かったの？はっきりしたことはまだ。
I wonder what did Maho ask Daru to look into?
そう。
あちこちのネットワークに強引に侵入したりとかギリギリまではやってみたんだ。
別に責めたりしないわ。今分かっていることを教えてちょうだい。
いや、むしろ激しく罵倒とかしてくれて OK なわけだが。
父さん、早くして時間が来ちゃうから。
ほいほい。
Taru opened a different window on the monitor. He displayed one of the text files on it. It was a record of the information Itaru and Suzuha had collected.
まず、マホタンたちがホテルの地下駐車場で襲われた事件。
Right. In the hotel basement.
警察の発表だと、新興カルト教団の男が違法薬物を使った末にって話になってるけど。
Yeah, I was wondering about what the deal with that is, because that happened really early. And that obviously wasn't... The person clearly was not working with, Stratophore and all that.
あれ、間違いなく嘘だわ。
I see. So he's saying that the cops' report is a lie, that it wasn't just a one-off random crazy cultist guy.
嘘
Well, you can't really be a one-off cultist. There has to be other people in your cult, but you know what I mean.
犯人の身元は警察発表通り某大学の准教授。
He was an assistant professor, but also talking like a
これ
crazy
はいいん
man.
だけどさ、そいつが宗教団体に所属してたっつう事実がこれっぽっちも出てこないんだよね。
So he's not a cultist, but he was talking all kind of weird, you know?
公安が隠し持ってる教団員のデータにもアクセスしてみたから確定。
He's kind of talking similar to Suzuha. Not Suzuha, Kagari. Duh.
捏造ってことなのね。
He accessed the public safety secret data file on the cult.
アットチャンネルとか見てるとさ、信者っぽい人が時々書き子するんだよね。教団は無実だとか陰謀だとか。そうすると一瞬でものすごい数の教団アンチが湧いてきてフルボッコなわけ。
Ah yes, beating the daylights out of someone is a one-side battle when the target gets the daylights beaten out of them. That's not a definition. What are you talking about? Hater. You can't put the actual thing in the definition or you're not defining anything. Hater, a person on the internet, or people on the internet who have a negative opinion about a person or thing. They'll go wherever fans of that person or thing gather and deliberately write things to provoke them. They often get into heated debates with fans. Yeah, the
しかも
haters.
そのアンチども、もっともらしい偽の証拠とかガンガン出してくるんだよ。画像付きとかで。
The haters have really well made fake evidence. Oh, so he's saying the haters are working with the police or something. Or the police are working with the haters.
いくらなんでもあれはちょっと異常。
そうなの？私そのアットチャンネルというのをあまりよく知らないから。
You know what they say? If you have haters, you're doing something right.
アットちゃん含めてさ、大抵の大手サイトには工作員が張り付いてるもんなんだよ。しかもビジネスとしてバイト代もらってね。朝から晩まで24時間ぶっ通しで。
I don't think most businesses you do think you work for them 24 hours a day.
情報操作、プロパガンダだね。
I think he's saying that the business has people who have 24-hour coverage, but yeah. It's propaganda. Propaganda is an advertisement for a specific ideology. Primarily used for political and religious purposes, propaganda has been around since the time of the Roman Empire, beginning in the 20th century. It's been around since the time of the Roman Empire beginning in the 20th century? Oh, particularly in the end of the Second World War, its methods have become more insidious. Oh, so since the beginning of the 20th century, it's become more insidious. Okay, got it. One example of the new propaganda would be attempts to manipulate public opinion via the mass media. Propaganda advertisements are not always true, and the most obvious of them include lies or slander towards the targets, if it's to their wielder's advantage.
政治家や官僚なんかもネット世論の誘導に利用してるし、それを専門にしてる会社もあるくらいだお。
なるほど。それならわかるわ。
Well, that's
そのあたり
topical.
はアメリカも日本も同じね。
America has the same thing. Well, ha! You don't say.
でも工作員なんて僕からしたら IP 変えてもバラバラなんで。
The agents can change their IP, but they can't hide from me. IP is officially Internet Protocol, but it's mistakenly used to describe an IP address, which is an ID number given to a computer to allow it to exchange internet via the internet or LAN. The Internet Protocol is the methods and standards used to exchange that information.
それでチェックしてみたら、あの事件、すごい人数の工作員が投入されてるっぽい。どこからそんなに金が出てるんだよってレベル。
So it's like a major cover-up. Wow. Someone has a lot of money to throw at this.
そう。父さんのバイト先が襲われた方の事件は？
そっちも同じ？
What about the attack on your workplace? What about the droid attack on the Wookiees? It's not funny. Okay. Droid attack on the Wookiees. The police said call it a fight between foreign mafias trying to expand the territory in Japan. The media never questioned the story at all, and even people on the boards of the famously skeptical channel believed everything they were told. That's odd. Of course, there were no mentions whatsoever of Russia or CERN. Right, so Russia and CERN were both after the laptop, right? And they got into a fight. And then someone else wants to cover it all up? That's kind of weird.
でさ、試しに目撃者を装ってロシアの特殊部隊を見たってすれ立ててみたんだよね。
Oh, I see. Post some bait, yeah. Say, oh yeah, hey, I thought I saw some Russians, you know?
そしたらまあすごいのなんの炎上しすぎてびっくりしたお。あん時は思わず工作員の本名から会社名まで全部晒してやろうかと思ったっつうの。
Evidently, he'd been really irritated. It was rare for Taro to get so angry. Or maybe it wasn't, she decided.
つまり、どこかから圧力がかかっていて、幕引きにされたってことね。さすがは、自由の国日本だけのことはあるわ。
That's Japan for you. A real free country.
アメリカも似たようなもんじゃね？
違いないわね。
The two of them smiled at the joke.
つうわけで、僕としてはお手上げ。
そう。それで十分よ。調べてくれてありがとう。ヒヤジョーさん、研究所から来日の許可は下りそうなの？それが、レスキネン教授の助手として連れて行ってもらえるよう何回も申請しているのだけれど、却下の連続なのよ。
I see. So, as opposed to the previous timeline where she was sent but like all brainwashed or whatever, she doesn't get sent to Japan at all.
レスキネン教授は今、こっちに来てるんだっけ？ええ。新型脳炎の調査でね。
Since it had nothing to do with artificial intelligence, it seemed Maho wouldn't be allowed to go along. I mean, fair.
いいわ。どうしてもダメと言うなら、こっちにも考えがあるもの。
She has ideas of her own. She gonna get to Japan through other means?
どうする気？
まさか、上官の命令無視してでも正義を貫くとか？そして悪に捕まってしまうんですね、わかります。
I'm not sure you should be watching that kind of stuff, Daru.
ねえねえ、マホタン。殺せって言ってみて。できればすごく悔しそうな顔で。
は？父さん。
Suzuha's hand went for her back pocket.
させん。
Itaru's shoulders slumped as he apologized. Lately, she'd been able to put a stop to Itaru's terrible jokes just by doing that. She wasn't sure if it was a good thing or a bad thing that she knew exactly how to handle him.
ま、とにかく近々そっちへ行くわ。わかった。日程が決まったら連絡を。
Okay, so she's coming to Japan.
それとヒヤジョーさん、出勤するならもう一度鏡を見てからにした方がいい。
If you're going to work, you should take another look in the mirror. One way to put it. Just before they ended the call, Suzuha decided to warn her. Maho stood up and walked towards the closet without turning off the camera. She vanished from view, but a moment later... She must have seen how terrible she looked because she let out a very unfeminine scream. How dare she not look good? They relaxed for a moment after turning off the video chat. Suha thought back to the time she became a time traveler. She did this every time she got off the video chat with Maho.
タイムマシン開発の協力者、Hiyajo Mahoか。
Maho Hiyajo, someone who helped build the time machine, huh? It was after Maho had gone back to America that she'd volunteered to help Suzuha and Utaru with the time machine. That meant that when Utaru Hishida completed the time machine 25 years later, Maho must have contributed in some way. But...
あんまり未来のことを言うのはまずいんだけど、父さんの仲間にそんな名前の人いなかったんだよね。
I see. So, right, in the last game... I mean, yeah, so in the future there was no reference to Maho. So what's she doing in the timeline? That must kind of weird out Suzuha, right? She shouldn't really be there. So, is Suzuha gonna think, am I on a different world line or something? I mean, I guess Suzuha was saying earlier this episode that she's already changed enough so that it would be, well, different. So, Not different enough to avert the war, but still different.
ということはさ、どこかのタイミングで開発メンバーから抜けるってことなんじゃないかな。
Which means she probably left the team at some point. Or that too, that's fair.
自分の意思なのか、それ以外の外的要因なのかはわからないけど、少なくとも開発の主要メンバーじゃなかったと思う。
Yeah, not one of the main lab members.
そうなのか。かなり頼もしい人だけどな。
こんなことを言いたくはないけど、どこかのスパイという可能性もある。
Oh, I see. Suzuha is on to her. So Suzuha thinks that Maho might be a spy. But she was sort of a spy in the previous timeline, but not in this one, at least not yet.
いくらなんでもマホタンに限ってそれはないよ。
ごめん。
Right, but if Maho learns a lot and then she uploads her mind into the database and then they have ways of like, you know, into the Amadeus and then they have ways of getting the memories out somehow, like into a readable form, then she could, not of her own knowing sort of, be a spy.
でも、そういう可能性もあるっていうことだけは頭に入れておいて。
Oh, just you know, in case she could be a spy, you know. Oh, I thought Suzuha was gonna say, oh, you know, she might die or something.
言ったでしょ。第三次世界大戦前の情報戦はもう始まってるんだ。
The war of information that comes before the Third World War has already started.
どっちにしろ、マシンの秘密が無駄に漏れるのは困るよ。それだけは徹底するよう、ちゃんと注意しておいてよね。で、この先のタイムマシン開発はどう進めていくつもり？
やっぱオカリンの協力がないとな。
結局そこなんだよね。オカリンおじさん、やっぱり無理なのかな。
So why are they working so hard on the time leap machine exactly? What do they want to gain from it?
こうなったら力ずくで。
Is there something they want to do with it?
前にそれしようとして失敗したのはどこの誰だっけ
Suzuha pursed her lips. It's lips. Even with a gun in his face, Rotaro Okabe still wouldn't get in the time machine. Yeah, that's true. That didn't work last time. To be honest, Suzuha was out of options. She stifled a sigh. Didn't do her any good to let herself get down.
そういえば母さんとはうまくやれてる？
Right, because she was running out of fuel and battery power on her time machine, like on the main one. So maybe she wants to use the time leap machine instead to go do something. It's fair.
私そっちの方も心配なんだ。
Right, so she's worried about her mom.
大
Okay.
丈夫？私が生まれてこなくなるような事態にならないよね。
なんつうの？タイムマシンよりもなんだい？
ちょっと。
Of course it's important. Suzuha stormed over to Itaru.
困るよ父さん。
パパ頑張るからね。
いっつも口ばっかり。結局例の映画のチケットも無駄にしちゃったんでしょ？
Oh yeah, the movie tickets. She meant the pair of movie tickets that Mayuri and Ferris had conspired to give them at the Christmas party.
あれはさ、オカリンと吹雪氏が倒れちゃったじゃん。その後お見舞いとかでバタバタしてるうちに映画が終わっちゃってたわけで、しょうがないっつうか。
でもその後新しいチケットを用意しようとしたら断ったって聞いたけど。
誰に？
まゆ姉さんとルミ姉さんに決まってるじゃないか。
そりゃあれだお。マユシとフェイリスターに頼りきりなんて男らしくないっしょ。キリ
で自分で何か行動に移したわけ？ダメだこれ。
Maybe this was a more important problem than the time machine. Suzuha brought her hands up to her head.
いい父さん。私いつまでもこうやってお説教できないんだからね。もうすぐ行っちゃうんだよ。
Right, she has to leave soon. Does she want the time leap machine completed so that she doesn't have to leave as soon? So that maybe she can time leap back and forth a few times so that she can, you know, get more time to do things? Maybe? Suddenly, there was a sad look in Itaru's eyes.
そういう顔しない。約束したはずだよ。もう迷うのはやめにしようって。
For the past 6 months, Suzuha had been thinking about whether it really was right to erase this world. But in the end, it was none other than Utaru who had pushed her to go ahead.
ごめん。
She couldn't bear to see her father so depressed, so she patted his broad back.
しょぼくれてないで母さんにメールして。予定の空いてる日がないか聞いて。で空いてたら映画に誘う。
いきなりハードル高すぎ。
高すぎでも何でもいいから誘いなさい。いい？これは命令だからね。
Is this an order?
命令って。
You must have date.
返事は？
さあ、イエスさあ。
Satisfied, she headed off to take a shower.
でもその前にちょっとだけコンビニに行ってくる。
Oh no, not this shower. Oh no.
何しに？
いや実は夕食がまだっつうか、今夜も徹夜になりそうだし、遅くならないうちに買い出しようと。
Alright, it's nighttime in Japan, but daytime in America, right? Still hunched over, he pointed towards the development room. He was pointing at the throne wave named subject to change Unit 02 that was put together, but still undergoing testing.
睨まないで。なるべく太らないようなものを食べますんで、何卒お許しを。
バニラ。
はい。
私シャワー出たらアイス食べたい。バニラ。
わかった。庶民がなかなか口にできない高級なやつをいっぱい買ってきてあげる。
いっぱいはいらないよ。一つでいい。
さあ、イエスさ
That was enough to cheer Dara up. He took his wallet and ran out of the lab.
やれやれ、世話がかかるんだから。
She had just about taken off her jacket so that she could take that shower. But...
Suzuho!
Dara had come back into the lab.
どうかした？
階段のところにさ、
Oh
こんなの
no.
落ちてたんだよね。
We know what this leads to. Yes. It's that Upa. Tara showed her a keychain she was holding. It was a round anime character, whose color had faded to a smoky green. It was an Upa.
誰のかわかる？
まゆ姉さんじゃないの？
She leaned forward to take a closer look, and I felt like she was experiencing deja vu. Yeah, me too. It feels like I've seen this before.
このウーパー、どこかで。
She'd seen it before? She couldn't really remember when. But her internal alarms were going off. This keychain was extremely important.
うん。
Upas were common enough that you could find them anywhere. The plastic edges had worn down. The paint was faded and coming off in places. But there was no dust, there were no stains. Instead, it shone brightly as if its owner had put a lot of effort into taking good care of it. The chain was so old that part of it had snapped off. That was probably how it got dropped.
どこだっただろう。どこかで見た。
Come on, Suzuha, you can figure this out.
まゆしに見せてもらったとか？
It's too old for it to be Mayushi's.
そうなのかな。
She stared at the green Upa in Itaru's hands, and then, in her mind, she heard a young girl scream. Oh yeah, that. Remember that?
ママがずっと大切にしてきたウーパのキーホルダーだよ。かがりちゃんにあげる。大事にしてね。
Ah yes, traumatic memories. Good times. She gasped. A feeling of an indescribable terror raced down her spine.
まさかこれかがりのか。
This is when she last seen it. August 13th, 2036. The date she'd gone into the time machine. That's when she'd seen the Upa. It was older and more worn now, but the more she remembered that day, the more certain she became. This was the Upa that Mayuri had given to Kagari. She'd seen Kagari holding it and crying to herself many times before.
かがりってもしかして未来のまゆしの娘？
うん。
見つかったん？
いや、でも向こうはこっちを認識しているんだ。
つまりどういうことだってばよ。
あいつこのラボを監視してるんだよ。
Satisfied, she headed off to take a shower. Oh yeah, so she's watching the lab and she drops something that she treasures. Oh yeah, let's go take a shower now. That's a great idea. Ever since then, her careful efforts to defend the time machine have paid off, and she hadn't seen any sign of Kagari. But she never thought she'd be watching the lab.
いや、ちょっと考えれば当たり前のことだったんだ。あいつは私たちがシュタインズゲートに到達するのを阻止しようとしてる。この世界をなかったことにしたくないと思ってる。ということは私だけじゃなく父さんもマークされてる。
え？僕？
まあ父さんの命に危険はないとは思うんだ。世界線の摂理を信じるなら父さんは少なくとも2036年までは生きるはずだし。
Right, yeah,
た
yeah.
だシュタインズゲート到達を阻止するために 父さんの研究の邪魔はしてくるかもしれない。
That's fair. A lot of bad things have been happening around Suzuha, Itaru, and Ritaro Okabe. There was some possibility that the final target was Itaru.
これからは用心のために、私がいない時には必ずドアに鍵をかけておいて。
わかったよ。
Lock the door whenever she's not around. Okay, that's
オ
fair.
カリンおじさんや母さんやマユ姉さんたちが一緒にいても絶対に開けっぱなしはダメだよ。
Good idea.
気休めかもしれないけどドアチェーンもかけた方がいい。
でもさ、
Double
オカリン
lock
や
it.
マユシならともかく、アマネシと二人きりの時にそんなことしたら、なんか別の意味で怪しくね？アマネシに変な誤解されないかな？
それは確かに。
もしそれで嫌われでもしたら、我が家のピンチだお。
Suzuha groaned softly, unsure of what to do.
父さんがもっと早く母さんと恋人になってれば何の問題もないのに。
で、結局そこへ話が戻るとか？
とにかく注意だけはしておいてよね。
Suzuha decided to keep the green Upa keychain. She softly ran her fingertips over it as she stared at it.
なあ鈴葉、かがりたんって血はつながってないけどマユシの娘なんだよね。
そうだよ。
あのマユシに育ててもらった子が人を襲うような恐ろしい人間になるのかな？なんか鈴葉の話とイメージが重ならないっつうか、もっと優しくてホワホワしてて可愛い女の子になってるんじゃないかなとか思ったり。
Yeah, that's fair.
だとよかったんだけど。私も前はそうなると信じてたけど、今のかがりは多分。
From what she'd seen at the radio building, she could tell Kagura had definitely received professional combat training. It wasn't just the simple self-defense techniques that she'd learned from Suzuha when she was a child. As she'd grown up, she'd been taught the cold techniques of a killer. There was no way to know where she'd been or what she'd been doing ever since she'd gone missing in 1998. Right, it's been a while now. But there was no doubt in Suzuha's mind that she was trying to ruin her plans. Okay, so she still takes a shower. And then, okay, so I'm gonna cut it off here then. Oh, now that was a long one, 53 minutes, but that's fine. So yeah, we did learn some stuff here. They're trying to recreate the time loop machine. They're working with Maho. I wonder how that'll go. They want to get Okabe on board, but he doesn't like the idea, of course. But anyways, thanks for watching, everyone, and I'll see you next time.